What's going on, guys? Just Messi here and welcome to a brand new video. Welcome to a gameplay video on my channel today. You're probably thinking, Ross, what the hell? But finally we got on my channel, and the reason for that is because yesterday on Friday we got a second player off, Mohamed Salah, a 92 rated right wing this time. And what I done, I traded in my first player off, 89 rated striker, and about 200 to 300k, and I got this one from it. We'll talk about it in more detail in just a moment. So before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed the video, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed my previous video, it's down below in the description box, and in the comment section below, have you tried Salah? If you have, what are your thoughts on him in game? Now, normally when I do a squad builder, it's based around either a budget like 100k or whatever, or a player in particular, but this one is actually my main team, my go-to team. I use pretty much all the time now, and it's what I use in FUT champs when I play it, and it's definitely not a budget team. I won't say that. It's a very expensive team. It's like a dream team kind of thing. If I'm right on the market, it's around 15 million coins plus. In fact, last time I checked, it was a little bit more than that, but of course now I've got tradable cards in here, and also a lot of icons that may have dropped in price. But either way, it's a 4-5-1. We change in game to a 4-1-2-1-2 variant number 2. Right, let's start with the defense and the goalkeeper. In there, we've got a team of the year goalkeeper straight off the bat, being a David De Gea. Now, do I think he's worth 949k I paid for him? 100% no, because goalkeepers in this game, they can be very unpredictable, and unfortunately for this one, he makes a lot of mistakes, probably even more so, it sounds stupid, than his regular card. There's probably still like an 800k or 700k difference between this one and his base 90 or 91, and again, for a goalkeeper, I don't think it's really worth it, and you can reinvest that into the rest of the squad. Now, when team of the season does come around, I'll probably actually get rid of him. I know we'll get a team of the season card as well, but for 900k, that could give me quite a few nice blues in my team. We'll have to wait and see. The right back is another Manchester United player, being a Valencia, the inform card. I was lucky enough to pack him during marquee matchups at the very start of the game. A very expensive player now though. 868 games played at 13 goals, 35 assists. I do have him stay back while attacking because sometimes he can be quite annoying going forward, especially because my left back, I have him overlapping a lot. But I do also actually have a ones to watch if I go here, an untradeable version of Kyle Walker. Now, if he gets an inform card, potentially I could replace Valencia with this one and cash in on the inform Valencia. Then we've got Eric Bailly. A lot of people do ask me why I've still got in my team because the rest of it's like a super team. And Eric Bailly, I mean, I played 804 games with him. He still does the job very well for me, to be honest, and I will replace him at some point, maybe during team of the season. We'll have to wait and see, but not really too much else to say about him because everyone pretty much has him in their team anyway. His partner is going to be the prime Rio Ferdinand, 464 games played with now, 15 goals, 3 assists, 11 yellow cards. He's the best defender I've used so far on FIFA 18. I haven't used the team leader Ramos though, although it doesn't really interest me too much, he really won't fit my team too great. But again, Ferdinand, a great player, and I got him for a very decent price because you used Scream cards a few months ago now. Then we go on to the other icon in defense, being a Roberto Carlos Prime, 389 games, 42 goals and 57 assists. Now that for me, in my opinion, is a very good contribution, especially from left back. A lot of people go for team leader Marcelo, but I really like Roberto Carlos, to be honest. A very good player in the game. He's only 5'6", so backstick cross can cause a bit of trouble here and there. But for the price I paid, I think it's like 700k for the untradeable. I don't find it too bad. And now moving on to the midfield of our team. Of course, it does change in game though, because two of them are in fact my strikers, being Cristiano Ronaldo normal 94 and the 92 second player a month, Mohamed Salah. But let's start off with the most expensive player in the whole team then, being 90 rated Ruud Gullit. I bought him for 2.9 mil back in, I think September, in fact, when the game first came out. I played 810 games with him so far, 300 goals and 227 assists. And honestly, this guy for me is probably the best player in the game still. Probably very close down to a lot of players, but for how long he's been this good, he's still keeping up all the other very good cards coming out. Like, he's 6'3", he's got 88 shooting, pace, and also passing, 86 dribbling, 87 physical, and 80 defending. Do I think I'll upgrade to his prime card when it comes out? Potentially. Like, if I can sell this one for 2.5, 2.6 mil now, and upgrade to his prime card for the same price, I'd probably do it, because again, I don't really have intentions to sell this one, and let's upgrade to his 93. I'll go on to the second icon then, being Patrick Vieira prime card this time, and again, starting for camp, he plays DM in my proper team. I do change in game. 170 games so far. I completed this during Team of the Year, in fact, so not too long ago, really. Doesn't get too many goals or assists, but that's not really his job there. And potentially along the line, I could change him to a centre-back, because those stats are fantastic. And again, I know a lot of pros do use him, so I won't say too much else about him, as they've probably seen him pretty much every single team. Then we go on to the right centre midfielder of the team, being Team Leader Kante, and the price I got him for, if you follow me on Twitter, I was absolutely buzzing. I sniped him for just over 1 million coins, 8,000 past 1 million in fact, and he's still going for like 1.5 mil. At the time of sniping him, he was going for 1.8 mil, so massive snipe there. Probably my best snipe ever in any FIFA Ultimate team. Very happy with that one. And so far, 166 games played, 49 goals, and 64 assists. Now, I'll probably end up saying this quite a few times now because I know I said the exact same thing about Ruud Gullit, but in like the role he does play as a right centre mid for me, he's the best I've used. And the thing about Kante, if you use this FIFA 17 a Player of the Year card or Team of the Season, you know how good he was in game. And this year on FIFA 18, this card honestly for me is somehow even better than that. Now you have to play to his strengths because of course you can play him as a lone DM like in a 4-1-2-1-2. It won't really work too well because he's only 5'6", but as a right centre mid, he's always making fantastic runs forward but also covers backwards to defend and is very good in pretty much every single area. Left mid is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo, born for 1.695 during Team of the Year, and now he's like 1.29, so I've lost a lot of coins there. But so far, 167 games played, 223 goals, and 119 assists. If you've never tried him so far, I'd recommend doing it because he's so good in the game, 5-star skill moves, and his shooting is next level. Now he features in a lot of people's teams now, so again, I won't talk too much about him, but again, I'd thoroughly recommend him. Then we've got to the right wing, the main man of the team today, of course for the video in particular, being the second player of the month, Mohamed Salah, 92 rated, and so far he's got a pretty decent return. 8 games, 13 goals and 5 assists so far from left striker. Has got high medium work rates, left foot of course, 2-star weak foot. That was a bit off-putting for some people, I understand that. I was hoping at some point we get a 3-star at least, but unfortunately so far none of that upgrade there. He's still got 4-star skill moves, 98 pace, 92 shooting, 89 passing, 95 dribbling, and 82 physical. And if you go over to his in-game stats then, one thing that confused me a little bit is his pace. It says 98, but his acceleration and sprint speed, they're both still 97, the same as his 90 card. They haven't really upgraded there. But 99 finishing, 99 attack positioning, just some unreal stats across the board. Got 75 strength now as well. Although, on head 10 he's like 75 strength by default, and if ratings refresh was the same this year, honestly his strength could be up to like 87 or 88, if it's the same as FIFA 17 at least. Now I do think he's absolutely phenomenal in game, but one thing to consider right now is that we're currently obviously at the very start of March, but I'm assuming this year because of the World Cup and stuff, team season could come a bit earlier on FIFA older teams, so potentially TOTS could start like 6 or 7 weeks from now, which isn't very far away. Of course it's not confirmed right now, but honestly, if you've got the 89 already and you think about upgrading, keep in mind team season isn't too far away, and you could get a very high rated card and potentially a similar price. And as good as this card is, his team season could blow out the water still. Maybe like in passing, physical, the rest is pretty much maxed out anyway. But you understand what I'm saying there. If you've got the coins, go for it. But if not, wait a little bit longer for TOTS. And the final player of the team is going to be Team of the Year Kevin De Bruyne, who got for 1.62 million coins. And at the time, it was 1.85 as well. So I sniped him pretty nicely there. I think it's still a very similar price. But now he has got 5-star weak foot again, like on FIFA 17, and 4-star skills. 159 games played, 70 goals, and 105 assists. And I'm pretty sure most of the people who have used this card so far in FIFA 18 probably think the same thing. He's the best cam in the game. He's literally great in everything that a cam needs. He's got 85 pace, 96 shot, 98 passing, 96 dribbling, and 90 physical. His in-games, they're absolutely mental. And just before we move into the gameplay then, as you can see, this is the team we rock with in game. It's a 4-1-2-1-2 variant number 2 with De Gea in goal. The backline is actually all exactly the same. We've got Patrick Vieira Prime in DM, Kante Tini at right centre mid, Gullit left centre mid, Cam is going to be KDB, right striker is Cristiano Ronaldo, and left striker is Mohamed Salah. Right, so now I've talked about every single player individually, but what I want to move on to now is the defence and the goalkeeper as a unit, then the midfield and the attack, and move on from there. So first up, defence and the goalkeeper, like I said before, David De Gea, he can be very good every now and then, like pull off worldies of saves, and I expect that probably too much because he's 97 rated, but in general, his performance can be very underwhelming. But the back line, I have Roberto Carlos on basic, or the default option, which is basically like normal attacking. They get forward every now and then, and also stay back. Whereas Valencia, I do keep him to stay back, because otherwise if you have both players going forward, you have very short at the back, even with a player such as a Patrick Vieira Prime. He is still on stay back as well, but honestly, he doesn't really play an anchor role like players do in real life. And as for Ferdinand and also Eric Bailly as a duo, I probably will replace Bailly quite soon, maybe again like I said before, with Patrick Vieira at some point, because 7k and Patrick Vieira, he would still be great at centre back in game, and it also opens a spot up in midfield potentially for a team of season Milinkovic-Savic, or his path to glory for us to do it quite soon. The left centre mid being Gullit and right centre mid being Kante, it's pretty much a perfect combo for me because they can both do pretty much everything going forward as well as defensive capabilities. I know one is 6'3", one's 5'6", but they work very well for me, especially for goal kicks and stuff, because I know some people do target the smaller players, but if Kante loses the header 9 times out of 10, someone like Gullit or Vieira, they end up getting onto a loose ball. And at the point of the diamond in midfield, and of course we've got 96 rated Team of the Year, KDB, Kevin De Bruyne from Man City, and of course we'll get a Team of the Season probably in 95 potentially. The 5-star weak foot for me is absolutely key because left foot or right foot, especially good on goal, you can feel confident about finishing on either foot. Same goes for passing as well as the long shots in particular, but I haven't really scored a crazy amount of long shots with him because I rarely shoot from outside the box, especially like a very competitive game mode like Foot Champs or Division 1, because I don't know why, I just play to win. I like on FIFA 15, FIFA 16 and stuff with silvers. It's changed a lot since then. And finally moving on to attack then. So first I got Mohamed Salah player of the month, or second player of the month now. He's very clinical it seems, like he's great at making runs off the ball. Of course he's got 98 pace and not many people can catch up with him. Great dribbling about him, some decent strength now as well, very good stamina. Just the 2-star weak foot can be a bit of an issue, but as a left striker he rarely goes onto his right foot anyway, which is why I try and avoid it. And with Ronaldo, everyone knows how good he really is. I was actually quite gutted to use him this late into the game. I know it's like March now, but I wish I'd got him at the very start. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, show your support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome, greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive and alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed my previous video, down below in the description box and the comment section below, if you've used the second player of month 92 Mohamed Salah, how's he been performing for you in game? Let me know down below in the comment section. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.